Good morning! Good morning! Today... Today I'm gonna show you some new music I found, and this is probably gonna be a new series here on the channel. I was looking through my favorite artist at the moment, Lizzy Listenerd, that's what she calls herself. And she made this perfect album, in my opinion. Every song has something interesting, and you can pretty much save all of them on your playlist because they are all interesting. They are all very well made, very emotionally resonant, and they have amazing production. You can take for example this one. This is the best song in the album. Fucking hell, fucking dead! Spotify ad! I'm not gonna play it all because, you have to listen to it, and then I don't wanna take money away from the artist. Just take a look at the first 30 seconds and I hope God forgives me for it. Based as fuck, right? This is like a road trip song. I heard a guy describe it as that, and it's fucking awesome, So I went through the Spotify radio for every single one of the songs, because I wanted to know if there's something like them, and there isn't. This is pretty much a based original album with sounds you've never heard before, and you'll probably never hear them again. Basically, the aesthetic of this album is some technicolor surreal cartoon shit, and it delivers. It has everything you'd like to see from an album with this cover. Also, it's furry music, so you might have some reservations about that. You might think furry music is too gay for you, or too cartoony, or too horny for you, but this album doesn't have any of the weaknesses that furry music carries with it. It has great pop sensibility. Most furry music doesn't have good melody. It has pretty much rhythm and an aesthetic, but it doesn't always follow through 100% with these things, So this album does it all perfectly. It has a perfect aesthetic. All songs are mixed in the same way and have same common production elements, like some surreal scenes, some very detailed background noises, some very interesting composition and interesting harmony choices in the middle of them. And this is an album for producers by a great producer. I'd say she's like my favorite producer right now. She can do things that are beyond belief, For example, when you mix a song and you play it through a speaker, for example, or through your headphones, you might not be able to listen to the details of it fully when you are in a noisy environment. You may not be able to hear the bass well or the drums well, depending on how noisy the environment is. For example, I listened to this album on a bus, not for the first time. The first time I listened to it on my headphones at home, and it was amazing. But when I went in the bus, the album was still listenable, still perfectly clear and perfectly emotionally resonant. And this is what this album taught me. Because, you know, I make music, but I suck at it and I wanna get better, you know? And I listened to this album and I just learned the principle of clear emotional resonance. An album has to have it. Every instrument has a part of its sound that you find emotionally resonant, right? So when you have, for example, a guitar, you might like the way you can hear, for example, the strings move. The way you can hear the sound of the string touching the body of the guitar. Or you might like, from an orchestra, the way it sways and moves and creates this movement in the sound that moves you. This amazing producer who made this album does that. She takes only the emotionally resonant part of the sound and just cuts out all of the noise. Just cuts out all of the extra shit, you know? The extra shit you don't want. So this sound is fucking clear, and it keeps being clear even if you are in a noisy environment, because it only takes the parts that stand out, you know? So it's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I instantly learned how to mix better just from listening to this album. And it's fairly short, but it's perfect. It's perfect because every song is perfect. When I first listened to Pom-pom Guillotine, I was like, God damn it! This is the best music. This is what DJ Khaled aspires to do. They make songs that are interesting from beginning to end, and they've been making these songs consistently since 2021. I know 5 years is not very long, but it's a pretty big output from an artist that is kinda recent. Hey! You should definitely check all of her discography right now. Hello! Okay, I also went through all of Lizzy Lisnard's production credits, and she's fucking awesome, you know? She makes great music, she makes every track she touches stand out. I wanna highlight this recently released I wanna highlight this recently released Lizzy Lisnard album she made with another person who I don't remember the name, but I'll check their discography soon, if they have any. And it's called Passengerprincess. The concept of the album is, it's about a passenger princess. It's someone who enjoys fun, but enjoys fun most of all when they are with their loved ones, or when they are feeling like they belong, but not necessarily leading the fun, you know? I believe this is the definition. You can correct me on that, but this is the impression I got from the album, and this is what I got when I searched for Passenger Princess online. All of the songs are great, worth listening, worth saving on your playlist. Every single song has something interesting, and the vocals are good. The production is excellent because it's Lizzy Lisnard producing. If it's Lizzy, you can listen to it and you can tell it's fucking Lizzy, you know? Lizzy fucking rocks. And all of these songs have great lyrics, have great production, as I already said, and everything combines into a very consistent, very well thought, very well put together album. You should definitely check it out. 21 minutes too. It's fucking short, so you have no excuse. You can listen to it while you're pooping, while you're taking a bath if you have a waterproof phone. You can listen to it anywhere, and I'm sure you won't regret it. Also, in a way, it's a kinda companion album to Pom-pom Guillotine. It's a kinda moodier album, it's a kinda angrier album, a kinda edgier album, but it's also very cute and emotionally resonant, you know? So instead of pure joy and pure elation, which is displayed in pom-pom guillotine, you get this edgier side of Lizzy, you know? This edgier side of Lizzy and Chris Robinson. I really wanna look at Chris Robinson's stuff, but I can't find it anywhere. So I might just search it up later and find it out. So next thing I wanna show are the songs I discovered while going through the Spotify radio for each one of the songs on pom-pom guillotine. As you can see, I went through all of them. I got like 200 interesting songs, and from what I've seen, Lizzy Lisnard is pretty much the best. Russelbuck, I listened through everything he has to offer. I listened through everything Fentanyl has ever made. I love them. But I think Lizzy Lisnard has the best production and the best pop sensibility. If you haven't checked them out, you should check them. But I'm staying with Lizzy Lisnard. I think, you know, I do this test when I listen to music to see if it's good, if it's worth my time. I imagine I have a big arena, a gladiatorial arena, and I have lots of songs with me, you know. I have every song I've listened to in my life with me. And I have to build a squad, you know, to fight with other songs I know and like, and to see who wins. So I have to build a squad which has the best chance of winning, you know? And if I put a song in my squad, it better have a good chance of winning. I did this test with russelbuck songs, with fentanyl songs, to see who would win. And yeah, they would most certainly win against most songs, but Lizzy Lisnard would win against them. This guy, Corru works, everything he does has an interesting production. For example, look at this. Like, what the fuck is going on, you know? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening, you know? He does like these weird sounds that sound kinda organic, but also kinda synthetic and scary, you know? When I listen to him, it's like I'm listening to some black slime that is gonna crawl up my ass. Gabuislost. Gabuislost is also a great artist. He has good ideas, he has great flows, he has good lyrics, and he has great pop sensibility. I recommend this album called All These Faces. It's not a perfect album. It's not perfect like Lizzy Lisnard's album, but it has a feature from Lisnard, so she knows what's up. It has lots of songs which I wanna listen to later, and it has very good production as well. So check him out. Can of Bliss! It's a good artist. I think All or Nothing is a pretty good song. Burning Brain Sound Industries. Production is good. It's not an artist I'm very fond of. If you like this sort of music, I don't really enjoy this sort of music, you can check them out. Father, It Is That Mistake. This is a good song for me. Last thing I wanna show you is Cockhouse. Cockhouse is a group from Sweden. It has, I don't know how many members. I assume it's 6 because of the pictures. And they are fucking awesome. They are multi-instrumentalists, they are great producers, great masters, great mixers, and every single track of theirs has something interesting to listen. You're crazy! And I love it! I just think it's fucking awesome. The production is awesome. It's something weird off kilter that kinda grabs you instantly, you know? The percussion is fucking awesome, fucking clear. The composition is interesting and crazy as fuck, you know? Cockhouse is awesome. Now to the bad artists. The fucking bullshit artists. The artists which I don't like. Arrgh! I'm sorry. The artists that kinda suck and I want them to improve and maybe stop making music. I'm kidding. I think everybody should have their own voice and make anything that speaks to them. It's music that has something interesting. It isn't straight up bad or straight up generic, but it takes that something interesting and makes it annoying, obnoxious, and not worth your time. Lil Fasty, not worth your time. Fyoum, he has great production, he has an okay voice, and every single song of his doesn't hit the home run. Issbrokie, I hid them from all of my playlists because I really don't want to listen to anything they have to offer. I know this might be a little close-minded of me, but you know, they have a pretty big discography and I listen to pretty much all of it. And you can find everything issbrokie offers in other artists, and it's not very hard to find other artists which are better than issbrokie. Issbrokie has good production, good vocals, but nothing really stands out. It sounds like a trend, it sounds like something which will age not very good, it sounds like something which was made to grab your attention for a second and then you forget about it. I also listened to Pent. It's not a discography worth your time. It has lots of kinky imagery, lots of very horny lyrics. It has a song about drinking piss, it has a song about tying other people up, penises and fucking pool toys, you know, it's not a very good listen, especially if you are with your family. And it also isn't very interesting, it's shocking for the sake of it. The production is good enough, but the lyrics are awful. Like, you know, I'm a kinky person myself, and I think kink is like a very good substitute for love as a subject in music. Kink can be very loving and can bring out lots of powerful emotions from people. But this is just, it makes you feel disgusting inside. It makes you wanna take a bath. It isn't very loving. It's just fucking horny. Good singing, but terrible lyrics. I'd highlight Cuddly and Pits. I think those are good enough songs. And maybe I'd highlight Silly Piss Song, because I like drinking piss. Next! Styxvii. I don't know how you pronounce it. The production is obnoxious, the singing is obnoxious, and the lyrics are awful! I know there's an aesthetic to it, but it's just awful. Even in what it's trying to do, it sounds awful. Awerewa has some good sounds, but it's generic and it's not really worth your time. Fem&m. We have femtanyl at home! It's fem&m. Astrid. There's nothing special about her for me to save her for last, which pretty much describes all of her music. So that's it. I hope you like it. Bye bye!